Hey, this is Anne from the farm at Catawissa Creek, and today I'm going to show you how to make your greenhouse plan from your master crop plan using a pivot table. Let's get started. So we'll begin with the sample crop plan, and I'll include a link for this file in the show notes below. Once you're there, go to File, Make a Copy, and save this copy to your Google Drive. Then once you have that open, we'll highlight the entire spreadsheet and go to Help and type in Insert Pivot Table. We'll insert the pivot table on a new sheet, and I'll move my face a little so you can see what I'm doing over here. So when we're creating a pivot table, we're using the titles on that master crop plan page, and we're going to rearrange that information, include and exclude information based on what is important for the specific plan. So for a greenhouse plan, we don't really need the field information. That would be more on a field plan. So we're going to exclude that in our greenhouse plan. So we'll begin by taking our seed date and placing that under rows. And then next we'll need our transplant out dates, because we'll need to know when these plants are going to be leaving the greenhouse. Then we're going to take the crop and variety. So why do we have two columns for these? Well, crops, let's say we have tomatoes, but we have three types of tomatoes. So we would say the crop is a tomato, and then each variety would be the different types, like an heirloom, a cherry, a slicer, etc. And then after variety, we are going to need the flat number, so what size flat it's going to be, and then the flat type, whether it's hard or soft. We'll also need the number of trays. That's another useful piece of information. The seeds per cell. Temperature for germination is also pretty important, because there's some things that will not germinate unless the temperature is warm or cool. So that's really important for us to have on the greenhouse plan. And then finally, the notes are going to be the last thing on there. So right now you can see that our pivot table is pretty messy and hard to read. Let's clean that up. Right now this is showing totals. We're going to uncheck all of the totals boxes, and then little by little our pivot table is going to become clearer and clearer. Almost there. Okay, and now we have our greenhouse plan. So one more thing you could do to clean it up is these areas that have longer information in the boxes, let's move those over a little bit, give them some space. Great, and now we have our greenhouse plan pivot table. So why are pivot tables so important? Why are we using pivot tables to create our greenhouse plan, our field plan, and all of our other plans? Because all of our information is housed in one spot, the master crop plan. So if we change something in our master crop plan, it will automatically update to all of our other plans. Instead of, if they're separate, you have to update things in each plan individually, which can create errors. Let's say you fix one thing in one plan and not in another plan. So with the pivot table, let's say we're going to change the type of leeks to a different variety. We're going to call them, we'll just for this purpose call them Tadorna N2. It'll show up on all of other plans as the new variety. So this is why pivot tables are so important for this type of work. This can be printed and taken with you into your greenhouse so that you have it as a reference as you're seeding. I hope you enjoyed this video and this helps you with your farm or homestead. Thanks, guys.